So recently you've seen me just test the brand new Mizuno JPX 925 Hot Metal and Hot Metal Pro forgiving irons from Mizuno, which I highly recommend. I thought they were really good. In this video though, I'm testing these, which are the JPX 925 high launch irons. They're like the Hot Metal and the Hot Metal Pro, but they are even easier to hit. Let's give them a test. I've got 9, 7 and 5. I'm gonna start off with the 9 iron. I really think these are gonna be suitable to more golfers. I've never been the biggest fan of loft jacking, like making the lofts really, really strong. I think for most golfers, it does make the game, a little bit harder. Like the idea of getting the ball up in the air, easy to hit, I think suits more golfers. That's why I've always been a big fan of like really lofted drivers for higher handicappers. I think it makes more sense. So with these being high launch, what's the big difference between the Hot Metal and the Hot Metal Pro? Well, two major factors. One, they've got a wider sole, which is to help with the turf interaction and lower the center of gravity. And the irons have got more loft. Quite simple. And I think loft is the average golfer's friend, I really do. So 9 iron's got 40 degrees of loft, that's 3 degrees weaker than the Hot Metal and Hot Metal Pro, but kind of fits more in line with what a 9 iron should be. Let's hit a few shots, let's see how forgiving they are, and then we'll test the numbers at the end of this video against the Hot Metal irons. So how much higher that has gone. And then it'll just stop quicker. I mean, I pulled it, granted, but that was super easy to hit. Went really, really high. I mean, still, like, we'll look at the numbers at the end of this video, but I don't think there'll be a massive, massive difference in overall distance. I really don't. That was a nice strike. Really nice strike. Drop and stop with the 9 iron is exactly what you need. And they're still really, really easy to hit. They're easier to hit. They're a little bit left to the side of the green, but I think that's due to a fraction of the offset and the way the clubs are designed. The toe is a lot higher than the heel on these irons, which always, I know it gives me the visual feeling I'm gonna pull it a little bit as well, but good results, would be happy with those 9 irons. Okay, 7 iron next, 31 degrees, again 3 degrees weaker than the Hot Metal and Hot Metal Pro. Just behind the ball, they look so much friendlier to hit. I mean, I was mid-talking as I hit that shot. I mean, they're a bit chunkier. They've definitely got a bit more of a thicker sole of the golf club. And actually, when you set that club behind the ball, you can actually just see the back edge of the club. Certainly if you lean the club forward a little bit, you can see the back edge of the club. Do you get his confidence boosting? That's a really nice golf shot. It's a nice hit. Really nice hit, heart of the green. And they just stop quicker. I think Mizuno, I'll come on to the end of it, but I think I figured out Mizuno's big issue, big fault. That was the first one I hit, didn't hit great. Still in the heart of the green. Still in the heart of the green. And that one was low heel, was not a good strike. Still on the green. The last club in the trilogy of testing these is the, I'm gonna say it one last time because it makes me laugh, the Mizuno JPX 925 Hot Metal High Launch Irons. 5 iron, 25 degrees, again 3 degrees weaker than the Hot Metal and Hot Metal Pro. Very, very, very confidence inspiring look behind the ball. Clown can hit him. Right, I'm going to be honest right now. I thought I'd nearly missed the simulator screen with that shot. Now, why I want to show you that, look where it's finished. It's finished pin high, 22 yards right of the flag. Like, not horrendous for a shot 200 yards away. Like, that's 10% away from the flag. That was honestly an absolutely atrocious strike. I hit so close to the heel without actually shanking it. I've got to give that credit, I do. I thought that was honestly going to be so far right. What a way to recover. What a way to recover. And that even there, it's just clinging on the back end of the green, but that's the advantage with the high launch. It will hold the green a bit more. It won't just kind of shoot out super, super, super low. Solid. Really solid. Yeah. Listen, wasn't my best. I'm going to go one more. Wasn't my best one. I slightly pulled it, but again, you look at where it's finished. I just think with me personally, with this head size, I'm struggling a little bit to kind of square it up. It just because there's kind of a lot of angles going on with the head. I might just be overthinking that a little bit, but I'm not quite sure what shot shape's going to come out, but nice result on the green again from 200 yards you take. In my opinion, the Mizuno JPX 925 hot metal high launch irons are more forgiving, and I personally think these irons would suit the majority of golfers. Certainly higher handicappers, I really do. I know you're going to want to see the numbers compared to the hot metal. Just remember, I think these are more forgiving. The hot metal, high launch, compared to the hot metal, there is a difference. In every club, there's 3 degrees of loft difference. That equates to around about 9 to 10 yards, okay? So let's start off with the 9 irons first. The hot metal, the high launch, will make it simple. High launch was carrying at 149. The hot metal, 152. Not that much of a difference. Very, very close. The advantage with the high launch, it went higher, had more spin, stopped quicker. That's an advantage. 7 iron. High launch was carrying at 173. The hot metal was carrying at 182. There's your 9 yards. That's kind of what I'd expect to see with a mid iron. But again, the spin rate is far superior with the high launch at 6,200. The ball will stop on the green with that launch, that height, that spin. I can't be as confident with the hot metal with such low loft. And then the 5 iron, similar story. The high launch was carrying at 193. The hot metal, the standard 5 iron was carrying at 210. So that's 17 yards of difference in distance. That's massive. I found the hot metal 5 iron to be too strong, with spin rate less than 4,000 and it coming out like an absolute rocket ship. I just don't see a future where that ball's going to stop on the green quick enough. The high launch 5 iron at least has a chance of staying on the green. Guys, it's up to you, obviously. You test them, see what you think. I think Mizuno offer too many clubs. I think that's Mizuno's biggest issue. Like, come on, if you think about it, you've got all the beautiful blaze and you've got the cavity backs. I mean, I dread to even think what the name of the most current model is, and I'm a club reviewer, and I find it difficult to understand. I think they have far too many options. And then you have the Mizuno JPX 925 Hot Metal, the Mizuno JPX 925 Hot Metal Pro. Then you have the Mizuno JPX 925 Hot Metal X HL. You get my point. Far too many options, far too much confusion in the name. And I think as one offering for a forgiving iron, this one, the high launch, should be the one offering Mizuno provide. Guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned, lots more to come. I'm very impressed with them. Very, very impressed.